Right now, 5 watches are all over your feed, and almost none of them deserve the hype. Big names, viral marketing, queues around the block, but strip away the branding, and the specs quietly fall apart. Today, we're counting down the 5 most overhyped watches of 2026 you should never buy, from bad to worst. And after that, 5 watches you should buy instead, from good to the single best value pick on the market right now. Number 5. The Hublot Big Bang Integrated Time Only. Hublot took its loudest, most recognizable design language and shrunk it into a slimmer, integrated bracelet 3-hander in titanium and ceramic. On paper, it looks like a genuine step up, cleaner proportions, quieter branding, more versatile on the wrist. In reality, you are paying somewhere between $14,000 and $20,000 for a case shape and a name, not for movement engineering that justifies the price tag. At that money, you are directly competing with steel-integrated icons from Audemars Piguet, Patek Philippe, and Vacheron Constantin, brands with decades of secondary market muscle behind them. Hublot has none of that muscle. Standard Big Bang and classic Fusion models routinely lose 30 to 50% of retail value the moment they leave the boutique, and the integrated time only does not escape that pattern. It just wears a slimmer suit while doing it. You are not buying haute horlogerie, you are buying a shape, and shapes depreciate fast. Bad enough for you? It only sharpens from here. Number 4. The Rolex Submariner Date reference 1266110LN. This one hurts, because it is a genuinely great watch. In-house caliber 3, 2, 3, 5, 70-hour power reserve, 300 meters of water resistance, and a design that is not needed to meaningfully change in 60 years. The problem is not the Submariner itself. It is what buying one has quietly become. Retail sits around 11,000 euros, but gray market and pre-owned prices routinely run several thousand euros above that, with some listings pushing past 14,000. Buyers are not chasing this watch because it is the best value in its category. They are chasing it because it has become the default answer, the safe luxury purchase, the watch you buy when you do not want to think too hard about the decision. That default status is exactly what inflates the premium. You are not paying for a diving tool anymore. You are paying an admission fee to a club that stopped being about watchmaking years ago and started being about signaling that you made it. Iconic does not mean irreplaceable, and the next entry proves that in the opposite direction, too much of a good thing, running wild. Number 3. The Tissot PRX Powermatic 80. The PRX earned its reputation. Honestly, an 80-hour automatic movement with a Nivacron hairspring, sapphire crystal, integrated bracelet styling borrowed from a genuine 1978 archive design, all for around $650. That is, spec for spec, one of the smartest value propositions in Swiss watchmaking. But here's the problem. Tissot has leaned on this one silhouette so hard that it stopped being a smart choice and started being an algorithm-fed fad. New sizes, new materials like Damascus steel and titanium, endless dial colorways, chronograph variants. The brand is flooding its own lineup with the same watch wearing different outfits. Enthusiasts are openly asking whether Tissot even remembers how to design anything else. And forum threads are increasingly split on whether the PRX still deserves its best budget pick reputation, or whether it's simply become the watch everyone recommends because everyone else already recommended it. When every "what should I buy" list and every wrist in your feed wears the same watch, you're not buying individuality anymore. You're buying a uniform with a Swiss stamp on it. That's a watch drowning in its own popularity. The next one drowns in something far worse, its own marketing machine. Number 2. The Omega X Swatch MoonSwatch. Launched at around $280, this quartz chronograph in so-called bioceramic plastic, a blend of ceramic powder and castor oil-derived polymer, triggered queues around the block worldwide and resale prices running many multiples of retail within days. The hype machine here was flawless. The product underneath it was not. Independent long-term testing found the plastic crystal scratches almost immediately under normal wear. The chronograph pushers occasionally stick, and early owners documented dye transferring directly from the case back onto their skin. One detailed review called the build quality light years behind an actual Omega Speedmaster, and more damningly, behind a basic Casio digital that costs a fraction of the price. This is scarcity theater wrapped around a plastic novelty. Limited boutique distribution, one per customer rules, controlled restocking, none of that is production scarcity. It's a retail strategy designed to manufacture demand. The Q was the product. The watch itself was an afterthought bolted on for legal reasons. If that's disappointing, the worst offender on this list is going to feel personal. Number 1, the Daniel Wellington Iconic Link Automatic. This is the most overhyped watch of 2026, full stop. Underneath the marketing, it's a basic Japanese automatic movement. Simple case finishing, assembled in China, sold for anywhere between $350 and $450 purely on the strength of Instagram advertising and quiet luxury photography. Fashion-driven watch brands like this are consistently flagged by value analysts as the worst offenders in the entire industry, marking up cheap, widely available components 200 to 500% based entirely on social reach and influencer seeding. There's no meaningful resale market, no horological story, no mechanical merit that separates it from watches costing a third of the price. The moment the influencer campaign ends, so does the watch's entire reason for existing. You're not funding watchmaking here. You're funding a photo shoot, and the photo shoot doesn't come with you when you sell it. That's the 5 you should walk away from without looking back. Now let's flip the list completely, because these 5 actually earn every dollar of their price tag. Number 5, the Casio G-Shock DW-5600. For around $100, you get Kikuo eBay's original floating module shock protection system, 200 meters of water resistance, and a design that's been essentially unkillable since the early 80s. It's not trying to be luxury, and that's exactly the point. It's succeeding completely at being genuinely indestructible. Engineering a case that survives real-world impact is a harder problem than most six-figure dress watches ever had to solve, and this one costs less than a dinner for 2. Simple and brilliant is one path to real value. The next watch takes a quieter, more elegant route to the same destination. Number 4, the Tissot Heritage 1938. If the PRX represents Tissot chasing algorithm-driven trend cycles, the Heritage 1938 represents Tissot at its actual best. A 39mm automatic with vintage Arabic numerals, a railway-style minute track, and genuine interwar design roots, all for around $900. It's less ubiquitous, far less trend-driven, and it will still look exactly right in 10 years, long after every integrated bracelet on the market has cycled out of fashion. This is the anti-hype pick from the exact same brand that built a fad. Timeless beats trendy every time, and the next pick proves that real value doesn't require a Swiss price tag at all. Number 3, the Orient Kamasu. This is the sharpest value play on the entire list, bar none. A 42mm steel diver with an in-house automatic movement, sapphire crystal, a screw-down crown, and 200 meters of water resistance for around $280 retail. Pre-owned examples routinely hold 70 to 85% of that original value, which is an exceptional retention rate at this price point. Spec for spec, this watch competes directly with divers costing 3 to 4 times as much. If you were ever tempted by the Daniel Wellington's marketing, this is precisely where that money should have gone instead. Real specs at a fair price is one kind of win. The next watch adds serious mechanical complexity into that same equation. Number 2, the Longines Spirit Zulu Time. This is a true flyer GMT, COSC certified, with a 72-hour power reserve, a silicone hairspring, and genuinely high-end case and bracelet finishing, retailing around $3,100, with pre-owned prices holding remarkably close to that figure. Longines simply doesn't carry the brand heat of Rolex or Tudor, and that's exactly why this watch is underpriced relative to what it actually delivers on the wrist. Real GMT function, real chronometer certification, zero status tax attached to the name on the dial. That leaves one watch left standing, and it beats every hyped alternative on this entire list, point for point, spec for spec. Number 1, the Tudor Pelagos 39. A titanium case and titanium bracelet, an in-house COSC certified movement, 500 meters of water resistance, and a 70-hour power reserve, all for roughly $4,500. Pre-owned prices hold somewhere between 85 and 94% of that original figure, among the strongest retention rates outside Rolex itself. To match these exact specs from Omega or Rolex, you'd be spending double, sometimes triple the money. This is the watch that quietly does everything the Submariner's reputation promises. The depth rating, the tool watch pedigree, the everyday durability, without a single gram of the mythology tax attached to a name everyone's already paying too much for. Buy the engineering, not the hype cycle. Like and subscribe for more.